in a word that the report yesterday was a call to action. It was a call to action. It was a call to action. It was a call to action. And that action is not going to be taken by governors, by members of parliament, by representatives in the various assemblies. It will be taken in the words of the Constitution, we the people. That is why the Kenyan Constitution talks about sovereignty is vested on the people of Kenya. And I can tell you, the hour has come. The hour has come. It is not 2027. It is now. The hour has come. This is the time to begin the process of bringing change to Kenya, a transformation. And that is not going to be done by parliament, because our institutions have been emasculated. The courts cannot really drive change. It is going to be done by the people. So the only advice I can give, and I'm prepared for this, and when I sleep, I'm very comfortable in my mind that Kenyans must come out now, not next year, not tomorrow, not next week, to claim their country together. If it takes another month, another 6 months, it will be more difficult. And I can tell you, when the people are united together, nothing can stop us from achieving our goals. So I plead with you that in the first phase, we must recapture the party called ODM. This is the first phase of the struggle. We must make sure that ODM as a part of the people must be reclaimed by the people. And we are lucky that the Secretary General is with the people. And the Deputy Party Leader also is with the people. And you are all with the people. After reclaiming our party back, state capture, from state capture, the second stage is to begin organizing. Because the ceasefire is over. The ceasefire is over. And I can tell you there is no way we can have free and fair elections until people come out en masse to determine what type of elections we're going to have. If you leave it to Kasongo the way I see it, and with the constitution of IEBC, it will still be lamentations next year. So the hour has come, the time is now. Let us go out and reclaim our country back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of appreciation to all the people who have spoken so far. We are doing not too well on time, but we will try and manage that. I want to clarify, make it very clear that I am the supervisor that the President was talking about yesterday of this, the implementation of the MOU. I wrote it, I know it by hand. He didn't read it because I'm the one who took it to him. He didn't read it. So I am the one who will supervise the implementation of that MOU. And I was made supervisor by my boss, Raila Amolo Odinga. If you want him to fire me as a supervisor, you talk to him. He's in Bondo. Yeah. So we are the ones who know what the spirit of this document is. And as the governor has said, there is no longer any document binding us with UDA. It expired on the 7th of March. We have said that that extension is illegal. And therefore, nobody can tell us that there is any other relationship that we have. I also watched with a lot of consternation that people would sit in that room and just listen to blatant lies and clap, actually. We want to remind those governors as senators, because they always come to us, Governor Orengo, saying, oh, Sifuna, you and the Senate must push for more resources for us. And then they can sit there they come and even complain that the disbursements never follow the disbursement schedule that is passed by the Senate, that they are 3-4 months behind in their allocation. Then the president is lying in your presence, saying that disbursements are up to date, and you are there just seated clapping, waiting for Sifuna to defend you. You know, some of these things, Governor, they don't make any sense. Devolution is under threat. I will just mention a few things that have already been mentioned. It is a blatant lie. They brought a document called a budget policy statement. We processed it. The figure there is 420 billion in this financial year. A paltry 5 billion shillings extra for devolution from 415 billion in the last financial year. And then you as a governor, having read that document, knowing your members of parliament in the National Assembly have already passed the division of revenue at 420. Somebody is telling you they will give you 450, and you are clapping. I think the problem in Kenya is worse than we thought. There is a very big problem somewhere. Now, let me tell you about my own seat in Nairobi. Baba's intention was to make sure that every function that is designated as a devolved function is actually devolved to the counties. The national government continues to hold functions that they have no business holding. And as Ososi has said here, instead of honoring the legacy of Mzee, because Baba was called the father of devolution, by ensuring that we actually fully devolve all these functions, the county government, the national government is actually snatching responsibilities of a county government. They spoke about the 80 billion that he likes to throw around, saying he's helping Nairobi. First of all, the national government owes Nairobi over 100 billion shillings. All they need to do is to pay us our money. Just pay us our money. Instead of somebody giving you 100 billion, they give you 80, then you clap. There is something fundamentally wrong in this country. Then, Baba was very clear about the existence of these national government institutions doing county functions. For instance, he was very clear that it is time to disband Kera and Kura. They wanted them dissolved, and that money that they used to build roads handed back to the county governments. That has not been done. Finally, as a leader of a political party, I wrote in that MOU that William Ruto's government will respect the identity and integrity of all political parties, because we are a multi-party democracy. Because he didn't read it, he doesn't know that it is there. What he has done to my party ODM, I can speak for Baba. Baba will never forgive Ruto for what he has done to ODM. ODM today is unrecognizable. ODM is unrecognizable. We used to be the party that fights for the people. We used to be the ones representing the interests of the people. Can you really see the representation of the people in those dances we are being shown on TV called Linda Ground? And that is the doing of William Ruto. He has supplied resources outside party channels to be able to destroy the party that is ODM. Those of us who still believe that this great institution cannot go down will continue to stand and fight. Some of you, I hear you telling me, oh, Sifuna, leave ODM, did you go and form another party? We are not leaving ODM. This party belongs to all of us. We have to fight for this party, bwana. Watuue tu kama watatuua, lakini tutakuwa hapo ndani. Baba hakulea waoga, as I've told you. And we have all contributed to the standing of the party. You cannot tell Karoli to leave ODM. He's the owner of ODM. We are all owners of ODM. All of you who pay taxes. ODM is a taxpayer-funded institution. All of us have a stake. Even if you're not a member of ODM, you have a responsibility to fight for these great institutions of democracy, such as political parties. So therefore, I want to just give a few people from this side. We have had a lot from men in suits. Let us have some female voices as well. And we want to start with the president. You know, there's a president here. Mheshimiwa Rais. Unaweza kupatiwa mic hapo ndio tuende kwa haraka, because if we walk too much, we might take a lot of time. Madam President, you have 2 minutes. You can give us our assessment from the students' perspective, whether indeed you feel that the 10-point MOU has been fully implemented as they told us yesterday.
Morning, everyone. I am Valerie Sitawa, a student at the University of Nairobi. incoming Madam President, and we must get there. So today is a pleasure, and it's a wow thing that we have been given such a good opportunity to be with our leaders, sit down and discuss about the 10-point agenda. And first of all, I would like to point out to the unemployment part, where His Excellency Mheshimiwa Babu Owino talked about. It's one of the most troubling issue in our country. And as much as we are in the universities, our parents are proud of us, but what is the aftermath? We go to school, we get to graduate, we get our degrees, but at the end of it, we get to become business people. Like, there's this girl in TikTok, she calls herself Mama Mboga, and she has a degree that can get her work. So opportunities are closed for us. We don't have representation. And concerning about education, we are a public university. And sometimes we don't get all the social provision from our schools. And all they can say is they are not getting enough funding. And we are looking up to the government. We are not being catered for education-wise because the government is not there for us, is not giving us a position so that we can also grow and become people like them. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from Juliet.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Juliet Osundwa. I'm the national chairperson of the ODM Young Captains. It is a caucus within the ODM Women League. So what I can say is that the government failed to meet its deadline. And when I heard what they were talking about yesterday, that the 10-point agenda is on track, I was shocked. I was surprised because everything has not been met. When you look at the cost of living, it's still high. We, the young women, we are affected. There is still unemployment. When you look at the human rights and security, the victims of June 2024, we were on streets with them. The justice has not been met. You know, justice delayed is justice denied, right? So I want to say that they have really messed with us, and the report we are having here, the report from the people, we are the people, and we are telling a different story. So another thing I would like to talk about, the other day I heard Senator being criticized that the team doesn't have women, and as a young woman, I heard him saying that he's protecting us from the tear gas and the chaos in the rallies. What I want to say is that we don't need protection. Yeah, so we want to be involved. Much.
Asante sana. I think the young women have been fantastic. What I was speaking about was the women leaders in parliament. That's why I was telling you, you can see the front row here is a bit heavy on suits. Let's hear from Abby here, and then we continue with the female session. I think we need to allow as many as the men who spoke to also.
Oh, thank you so much. And you know, Senator Sifuna, when they attempted to oust you, you stopped being the SG of ODM, you also became the SG of the people. Oh. You are wearing two hats. Thank you. And I also want to just tell the two ladies that have spoken before me that this team accommodates young women. I mean, you can see I'm here, a whole TikToker. I'm also a real estate consultant, and we are being given a voice to participate, interact, engage, and give ideas. And we'll continue growing this team. And we're also attending rallies, so tunakula hiyo tear gas, but sisi pia si waoga. I want to comment about what happened yesterday. Two things stood out for me. One, the president called a woman holding a very high office in this country a mad woman, because she wakes up every day and tells us what this government is doing in terms of theft and in terms of public funds loot. And that is Madam Nancy Gadongo. And so by calling her mad, alita wanawake wote wa hii country mad. So as women of this country, we're also telling him, tutamuonyesha kuchizi ni nini. And we will do that by showing up, taking up our voters card, mobilizing, reminding women that we are the biggest voters in this country. And before these senior women can come and start telling them, wa mama hoe, ati to support one of our own, we will remind these women how this government has failed women. When I say the president hates the women of this country, I mean it. In the same forum yesterday, we saw a whole elected governor begging for a comment on the 2/3 gender rule. What does that say? And the comment that he told her was, are you sure you want to say something? A subtle threat. I didn't take that lightly. I was like, hey? And even when he finished, he said, I want to take a vote. All those of the opinion, aye. All those of the contrary, he says, shut up. So what is he telling us, the young people and the women of this nation, that we have no right to talk, align, and hold them accountable? But what we are saying, Senator and the team for the Linda Wananchi, the young women of this nation are rallying behind you. They are silent, they are mounting themselves, they are organizing. We are waiting for the platform, Mr. SG. We will plug in, we will go, since mass voter registration is starting this year. Tutaenda kwa ground venye tumekuwa tukienda. We will mobilize women, we will do civic education and tell them how this government has stolen from them, that they're not able to access quality health, how SHA has stolen from them, and how this government has continued to make us either beggars, widows, or mad people. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there any other lady from this side who wants to say something? Just put up your hand, please. Okay, this side. Yes, I can see the TikTok buddies want to say something. Who's starting? Okay.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Wavinya from Makueni, and I want to, poke holes on what happened yesterday. Being a voice of the PWD and young women in this country, we demand inclusion in most of those things that the government is talking about, and actually calling us fools. I just echo what my colleague just said. He calls us fools. Anatuita wajinga, anatuita mad people. We are not mad, and I want to call every PWD in this country, I want to call upon every single lady in this country to go voice it out in our chamas, in our grassroots collections, in our areas, in our spaces where we govern and where we work. Let us tell everyone about the ill of this country, the ill that the government is, meting on us as the young people. So we are going to do that through the vote. Atutasema tu Ruto must go. This time we will take him home through the vote. So emergency water, please make sure you are armed with your vote, because it is your voice, and that is what will take Ruto home. Thank you.
Thank you. Just give the lady next to you.
Hamjambo wa Kenya wazalendo. I am Gen Z Buddy, a teacher by profession, a young woman in politics, and a civic educator, uko social media. And I am live currently, and there's a comment that has just passed by Naimeni Shika. Amesema we need to talk about the solutions and not the problems. Because again, where attention goes, energy flows. And if we continue problems, alafu. And for me, I think now the solutions is action. Tumesikia stories sana, tumedanganyo, kuna mtu anasema Ruto rais all the time. And all the time, tumesikiza lies sana. And I think now for the solution part, it's about action. Kenyans, we need to act. Gen Zs, we need to act. Leaders, we need to act. The government needs to act. You can't tell us to add you 60 more days for something you had 365 days and more to act on it. Unatuambia tukuongezea 60 days. Kwani anyway. Another thing for the solution, change of regime. It's not only change of leadership. We need to change the regime. How things are done in this country. Change leaders. Si change. Things is inachange kweli. It's time we change the regime. It's time we need a young person. We need a voice that will speak for us. Wewe unajua CS wa agenda ni 56 years old. 56 years old. Alafu niongelele mimi. We need to change how things are done in this country. Inclusivity. Niliona kwa 10-point agenda we were supposed to be included as the youths. Wakichagua ati CS, wakichagua PS, walikuwa wanafaa to include. But we have seen that political loyalty is something that comes first when elective positions are being done. Sindio? Watu wakikuwa nominated ni huyu alikuwa na mimi sana. So please, Senator and the Linda Mwananchi, choose your loyalists wisely. Usikubali ya class 2 dropout akwe loyal to you. Usijui utampea nini. Thank you so much. Na kwa hiyo MOU, Senator, unge slide in Karuto must go. Sasa angekuwa home. Jua somangi, thanks.
Abby, I was very tempted because I knew you was not going to read the MOU. Anyone else? Yes, please. Let's be brief.
It's afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Noela. I'm an event consultant and also a political analyst and a civic educator. There is one thing I picked from yesterday about the self-proclaimed ODM party leader. As a Kenyan, when you talk about compensation, to me, I look at justice first, not money compensation. Oburu said one thing and said, si lazima compensation sio lazima. Does it mean that justice pia sio lazima? I asked myself, nilikajiuliza, did he just say that? So, Senator, iyo maneno, justice first. Compensation is about justice, not money compensation.
Thank you. Thank you, and you're doing a good job. I see some of your content. Are we done with the ladies? No? Let's go. Oh, there's more.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Pauline Owoko. I represent the National Women's Steering Committee, where we are dealing with issues of equality, issues of empowerment for the youth and for the women. And for me, I want to address 2 issues. One, when we gained independence 63 years ago, we wanted to fight disease, education, and poverty. It's sad to say that we are there. We are still there. 63 years later, we are still there. Food is a challenge. It's a big challenge, and let's not pretend. You know the people in your circles who can't even deal with their basic need of eating 1 meal a day. So we can't be talking about Singapore and we can't even eat. Secondly, the issues of women equality and women and youth representation is very paramount. All these things in the 10-point agenda are well anchored in the Constitution. For me, the 10-point agenda, I took it shingo upande. Because if you look at all those things there, they are well addressed in our Constitution. What we lack in our Constitution is the implementation. What we need to do is to implement the Constitution fully. I would not be standing here to talk about women and youth leadership. I wouldn't be. And talk is cheap. Let us practice what we preach. I look at the Linda Mwananchi group, the leadership. There is one woman. We are not serious. You can't be holding brief for women who are in parliament. Women are all here with you every day, battling with you. And we have to practice what we preach. If we say we want women leadership and youth leadership, let's see them sitting on that table. We will not hold brief for those who are not there. You gotta be present to be recognized.
Asante sana.
And women and youth, jitokeleze. Don't sit there and say, remember me, remember me. There is no remembering me. Be present. The tear gases, we enjoy them. And we will be there. Thank you.
Asante sana. I think I like that fire and spirit. The last category we want, there's one more lady. Yes. Close for us in 1 minute, please. Then tusikize wazee pia, si ndio? That mic is not on, Kimberly. No, just there's a reason you need to.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kimberly Grace from the University of Nairobi. Mine is to give a comment. Senator, I met you when I was that young girl, Pile Caucus here, young captain. And I remember that time we came and told you the university fees are being hiked, watoto wana drop out, and you brought that to the floor and it was acted upon. The other time, nikaona there was a police shooting Nairobi University hostels Kikuyu student, and you also stood for us. That means as Linda Mwananchi, you've always prioritized the people. You've taken into consideration what the Constitution says, that sovereignty, the power belongs to the people, and that is why it is not Linda Ground, but it's Linda Mwananchi, because the power belongs to us as Wananchi. My youth oye. My youth oye. Tusitumike, let us not be used as goons. They call us goons. They call us bloggers. Let us not be used as that. Tumechoka kuchota maji. Tumechoka kukua cameramen around. Let us also be on this table. Sisi pia tusikike. 50-year-old people cannot be deciding for us. We have our own problems as youth. Sawa sawa. Let the fire burn. Mi nasikia niko na hasira sana. When you talk about extrajudicial killings, these people will never be compensated. And I want to ask you people, is it Singapore or is it Singapore? Because right now, Nairobi is flooding. We're not going to use Sakaja's dimples to fetch the water. Soon enough, they're going to form a committee to compensate these people, which is just for formality. Let us be implemented like it has been said on the floor. Thank you. Asira ni mingi sana.
Asante.
And just to remind you, because the IEBC is running out, Pale University of Nairobi opposite, there is the anniversary towers. I've been registering students for the sake of Hon Perpetua, but it is our own responsibility. Youth for youth, sindio? Tuende pale ukiwa CBD, take that one person mwenye haja register, mpeleke pale a register, because our voice is lying in our vote. Sawa sawa. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Aya, tusikie wazee bwana. We, nipatie mzee Ndolo pia azungumze, and then we will take 2 more interventions, then we will do the launch, and then we will invite everybody for lunch. Well, wazee ni wangapi? Kuna mzee mwingine anataka kuzungumza? Naona mzee Manyara hapo. Wewe sio mzee bwana. Tafadhali mzee Ndolo.
Yeah.
Utatuonyesha wenzako wewe mwenyewe.
Thank you very much, my SG. First of all, be very much brief, because much has been said, and I'll talk about first issues to our president, William Ruto. Anisikie vizuri sana. Because when Baba died, alituacha na SG huyu kijana. You know, those brokers, they are talking about Baba alituacha na broad-based. Mi sioni hiyo. Those are lies, which is happening here. Baba alituacha na SG Sifuna, na tutaendelea kuwa na yeye. Nikiwa Makueni niliwaambia wakirudi nyuma, si amesema ile kazi yangu ilikuwa, lakini siku hizi yangu ni ya Mungu. So, Bwana President, don't destroy ODM. What you have been doing, I'm told you brought that, I don't know, from Funyula, I don't know, maybe ni neighbor or my brother here, that lady, ndio acting SG. Na mimi nilipata report when I was in Siaya. Yule jamaa unasema ana dance. Mimi nikaambia makamu, kumbe ni girlfriend. Sasa unataka kutuletea girlfriend ya makamu ndio akuja asimamie ODM? No.
Asante. Haya, mzee Manyara.
Nikimalizia.
Okay.
Kwa party leader wetu. Kwa party leader wetu Oburu. I saw him just a few weeks ago. Yeye anasema ni youth. Si alisema? Ama akusema? Yeye ni youth, na akachukua msichana ingine anasema weka mawe. Weka mawe. Umesikia? Na sasa yeye is a youth. Anataka kufukuza mayouth wetu kama kina Sifuna kwa chama. Kina Babu Owino, kina Kibagendi, unataka kufukuza mayouth. Na wewe unasema ni youth. Mambo gani hii? Hatutoki.
Asante. Mheshimiwa Ndolo, sisi hatuna shida na mtu yote kwa chama. Kama unataka kukua SG wa chama, uwe mwanaume, uwe mwanamke, uwe kuwe girlfriend ya mtu ama sio, unaweza kufanya hiyo kazi, bora tu ufuate nini? Sheria. Si ndio? Sheria tu ifuatwe. Kama wanataka kiti ya mtu yote, watangaze uchaguzi, watu waingie kwa debe. Hiyo sio mbaya. Haya, Mheshimiwa Manyara.
Thank you, our SG. Majina ni Dickson Manyara Mwangi, mwenyekiti wa chama cha ODM County ya Nyandarua. Mimi ni ile team imesimama kwa chama na kusema no to the impunity of not following the party constitution. Moja nikiongea na our party leader, acting, because he is not a party leader, he is an acting party leader, Honorable Daktari Oburu Odinga. Jana alisema ati huyo jamaa ambaye referring to our SG, ati is no longer our SG, and they already have a court order. This means he has taken a team kujiingiza kwa wale watu ambao a group of impunity group that does everything to confuse Kenyans and kill this republic. We are ready as chairs. Makatakata.
Yeah, it's on.
We are ready as chairs, very many of us, even if they are not here. SG is witness to that. We have stood firm and said Sifuna is going nowhere. The other team is going nowhere, but leader ground will not sell our party. We have our famous working constitution, Governor James Orengo. He has been there. He is our elder. We used to be with him since 1992 in the opposition. And I wonder, and I want to challenge the youths. Apana angalia mambo ya pesa, these guys are coming with the Buddhas and all this. These leaders, young leaders here are proud. And they are making you people proud because they are young and they don't want to be millionaires. They don't want to be billionaires. They want to recapture or reclaim our country back. Kwa sababu imepotea, imeuzwa na hawa mikora, but we are there. Tutatembea mguu, tutafanya chochote, na mimi nawaomba tafadhali. Youths, engage others. Chukua kitambulisho, chukua kura. It is the only thing that will save us. Because with a vote, you will not die. But you will send somebody packing. Now by 10th of 2027 August, Ruto and his team, wote tutafagia. Asanteni.
Kuna mzee amebaki anataka kuzungumza? Mzee Ayoi ako sawa, wewe sio mzee. Najua miaka yako boss. I know you. I know. Sasa you are younger than me, my brother. Haya, what I propose us to do now. Mzee ndevu sio uzee bwana. Mimi naona huyu jamaa ni youth. Briefly, 1 minute, please, so that we don't shut out anyone. 1 minute. The mic is on. That mic is on.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
My name is Kennedy Akidiva from Westlands, and I'm a political exegete. For 1 minute, I'll speak about what happened yesterday from an exegetical view. When we saw everything that happened, it reminded me of what is written in the book of Daniel chapter 11 verse 32, which says, "The king will use deceit to win followers from those who are unfaithful to their God. But those who remain faithful will do everything possible to oppose him." So when I see this team here, I want to say thank you because you are doing everything to oppose that deceitful man. I've never seen a deceitful leader like William Samoei Ruto. And for us, we are going to tell him, let him continue with his deceitfulness. But we have people who know their God. We have people who have faith, and like Sifuna, like James Orengo, we thank you for standing there. We will follow you because we want to be on the right side of history. Let him use his money, but we are going to use our faith and our strength to show people the right direction. And therefore, I'm very, very grateful. When you see what they are doing yesterday, it's like they want to form an alliance using deceit. And I want to tell them before they go and form that alliance, they go and read Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1, which says, "Who to the obstinate children declares the Lord, who carry out plans that are not mine, forming an alliance but not by my spirit, heaping sin upon sin." Can anybody who believes in God go and form an alliance with William Ruto, really? Somebody who says and declares that our children be shot. A king is supposed to preserve his people. William Ruto is not there to preserve us. He's using our police to go and guard other people.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bishop. Makofi kwake. So a copy of this report is going to be provided to you and to the media. We will also make it available online. In a manner of closing and summary, we have outlined every single issue here point by point to point out the shortcomings of the implementation committee and the government of William Ruto. From the implementation of the NADCO report, we have talked to you about all the issues to do with the audit of the elections, the current IEBC and all the challenges there. The question of inclusivity in government as well is properly addressed there. We have spoken to you about the challenges that continue in devolution and the lies that we were told yesterday about the monies that have been devolved, the clawback of functions. We have spoken to you about all of those. Promoting the livelihoods of young people, we have spoken to you about the failures there as well. Then we have spoken to you about the lack of content in their own report on anything to do with leadership and integrity. And in that particular theme, Honorable Orengo, Baba was concerned about opulence and display of wealth in public, including the Harambes we saw yesterday. Not yesterday, just last week. Governor, I was very shocked that people who we have known all our lives have never given more than 100,000 or 10,000 shillings in Harambe suddenly can afford to give 5 million shillings in church. Baba must be rolling in his grave. The fight against corruption, we have all witnessed that there's nothing that has been done on that front. On the right to peaceful assembly, the less we say about it, the better, because we ourselves have been victims. If you count the number of political rallies and gatherings that have been attacked and broken up violently since the signing of the MOU, they are actually, it's embarrassing that William Ruto has paid no attention to this particular issue. It has gotten so bad that he can throw tear gas to a church, forgetting that he rode to power on the back of the church. The number of young people who have been killed since we signed the MOU in the last 12 months are upwards of 30, including Albert Ochuang, who was killed at Central Police Station here, and the latest one in Kitengela. When we were there, that gentleman called Vincent Ayomo was shot 4 hours after our rally was over. They have been peddling the lie that he was killed during the rally. He was shot coming from work. That life is upon William Ruto. And the people who are saying that they are going to compensate as a pole, they should know that that was somebody's child, that was somebody's husband, that was somebody's father. Then on agenda number 7, on the national debt, the Kenyan government can still not tell us as of today how much money we owe, who we owe that money to, and what that money went for. That is what Baba wanted us to achieve here, an audit of our debt. That is not something you can tell us that will happen in perpetuity. We had a deadline of 7th of March. On number 9 here, stopping wastage of public resources, Senator Mheshimiwa Gisairo has given you the most clearest example that you lied to us. In fact, they are claiming that the stoppage of money to the First Lady's office was made pursuant to the MOU. That's a blatant lie. That was thanks to the Gen Z. The Gen Z are the ones who forced them to close down those offices of First Lady and Second Lady. And those, what were they called? Prayer warriors that were stationed at State House. And after Gen Z chased those people from State House, the requirement under this particular agenda was to actually see a reduction in public expenditure. You do that, then you double State House allocation, ya China Mandazi. We are not fools. We know what is going on. Then we come to the last one, which was protecting and promoting sovereignty of the people. You will see the number of court orders on important matters that the government has violated. It's not about buying vehicles for judges. We were not looking for employment of judges. We were saying the judges who are there, when they give an order, all of us have a responsibility to do what? To obey. That rule of law requires that if a meeting has been convened properly, for instance, under Article 37, there is no reason for you to tear gas that. And we also have spoken about the respect and integrity of political parties, the respect for integrity and independence of political parties, which Ruto has violated to the extent that ODM is no longer recognizable as a political movement. And he also, knows that he owes political parties a lot of money because Baba said, because I wrote what Baba was telling me to write, that we want full implementation of the political parties fund. Up to today, ODM alone is owed 12 billion. Ruto has paid not a single shilling to that debt since the signing of this MOU, and now it has expired. Yes, and that is in the face of, ODM has 5 court orders saying government must pay this money for the purposes of building our democracy. And that is why, in conclusion here, we have given a score of 1 out of 10, which is a very generous score, because Babu and the others believed it was -2, -1, but we put all of those together and we have given them 1 out of 10, or 10%. That 80% that they were talking about cannot be demonstrated to you in the document that they presented yesterday. With those, yes, extremely below expectation, which is why somebody was saying there that there is absolutely no basis to ask for an extension of that MOU, or indeed, absolutely no basis to begin negotiating any other agreement if they could not follow this 10.1. What makes you believe that they will follow any other agreement? So with those many remarks, I want to invite the leaders. We will do the formal launch of the report. This report will be available as soft copy, and as we printed some hard copies for you. We are not rich people, so we don't have many copies. Yeah? But there's this is the good thing with working with young people. They are saying there's a QR code that you can scan, and then you'll get the report. Si hapo tumesonga mbele kidogo. Iko kwa page gani? Si utuwekee hapo. Watu wa scan tu alafu waweze kupata. Over to UMC. Asanteni sana for your patience and for your indulgence. God bless you.
Thank you so much, SG. Wapi makofi ya SG tafadhali? So here's the procedure of how we want to do it, because we want to do it in an orderly manner. We have a lot of support from our colleagues and friends from the media, and we'd like them to get the best pictures that will be shared to the rest of the country. So I will invite our leaders on this table to join us at the stage. Everyone else, I would request that you remain seated so that we don't block the pictures at the back. Is that okay? And as we did say, the QR code will remain on screen. Please scan it, share it, and let everyone have a copy. We do not have sufficient numbers of the physical copies for everyone. We've given priority to the media, but for everyone else, if we could kindly scan and have that copy for yourselves. So I'll request our distinguished leaders if we could join us on my right to the stage. And the women leaders as well who spoke, if you could join us on stage. So everyone else, if you can, I'll kindly request, let's remain seated because the space is limited. So we'll have a quick countdown. Once we are settled, we shall have a quick countdown. Okay, DJ, just one moment. So ladies and gentlemen, once we are settled, we shall have a countdown. Okay, so shall we count from 5? Help me count. 5. Okay. Space. So let's ensure we're not blocking the cameras. Excellent. Are you happy? Do you have a good picture? Excellent. Are you ready? Tuko tayari? Okay. Okay, shall we count from 5? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Makofi tafadhali, and congratulations. Excellent. Wapi makofi tafadhali? Makofi tafadhali, ladies and gentlemen. Asante sana. Yeah, perhaps if you could join on the stage for a better picture.
Yeah, you hold your... Take a copy of your... I think we should can we stand here? Huh? You can remove. Pole. Sawa.
Unakwambia scan tu ile utapata transaction
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we exit, if I could just invite just the Linda Mwananchi leadership to this corner, the rest of us, let's just take our seats for one moment. So if you could just have a quick picture of our leaders. So just the leadership of the Linda Mwananchi, and then
kidogo.
Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. We'll allow our leaders to make their exit. So if we could just create some space for our leaders to make their exit, and then the rest of us. Lunch is also served. So please hang on. Don't rush out quickly. If we could have our ladies join. So we shall allow these last pictures with our ladies joining the team. And then if I could request us to clear up the exit. Okay, asante sana mabibi na mabwana. Like I did mention, if let's clear the exits, please. Let's clear the exit to allow our leaders to take leave. And then the rest of us, we can leave at our own pleasure. Asante sana.
Chunga na mimi sana. Chunga hata kama